Superhero Leo. In a bright, sunny town lived a little Pomeranian named Leo. He was a fluffy ball of orange and white fur, with a tail like a poofy cloud. Leo's best friend in the whole world was a kind girl named Lily. They did everything together, but their favorite thing was to play in the big green park. One morning, Lily had a wonderful surprise for Leo. She held up a piece of shiny, bright red cloth. "Today, you're going to be a superhero, Leo," she giggled. She carefully tied the shiny cloth around his neck like a cape. It felt soft and important against his fluffy fur. Leo felt a strange tingle of excitement as the cape settled on his back. It felt light and somehow powerful. He wagged his fluffy tail so hard that his whole body wiggled with joy. He stood up tall, puffed out his chest, and gave a mighty woof, which sounded more like a happy yip. Suddenly, a magical feeling lifted him right off the ground. He was floating. Then, with a gentle whoosh, he zoomed right out the open window, the red cape fluttering perfectly behind him. "Wow," he thought with a happy bark. "This isn't just a cape. I can really fly. I'm a real superhero." From high above, the world looked like a giant, colorful map. He could see the neat squares of the houses, the tiny cars driving on the roads, and the big green patch of his favorite park. He felt like the king of the sky as he zipped and zoomed between the fluffy white clouds. As he was enjoying the view, his super hearing picked up a faint, worried sound from below. Meow. "Help me." The sound was coming from the giant old oak tree in Mrs. Gable's garden. Without a second thought, Superhero Leo swooped down to investigate the trouble and save the day. There, on a very high branch, sat Mittens the cat. She had been chasing a beautiful blue butterfly and had climbed up way too high. Now she was too scared to get back down. Her little white paws were trembling, and she looked very sad and worried, meowing for help. "Don't you worry, Mittens," barked Superhero Leo in his bravest voice. He flew right up to her branch and hovered in the air, smiling a friendly doggy smile. "I'm here to help you. Just hold on tight to me," he said, trying to sound as calm and heroic as he could. Mittens felt a little bit better. She carefully and slowly climbed onto Leo's fluffy back, holding on tight to his fur. Leo felt her trembling, but he was strong and steady. He flew down, 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 very slowly and safely, until they reached the soft green grass below. "Oh, thank you, Superhero Leo," purred Mittens, rubbing thankfully against his leg now that she was safe on the ground. "You are the bravest and kindest dog in the whole world." Leo puffed out his chest with pride. His very first rescue mission was a complete success. Just as he was saying goodbye to Mittens, another cry for help reached his super ears. "Oh dear, oh me, oh my! I can't find them anywhere." The voice was high and squeaky and very frantic. Leo looked around and saw a little squirrel running in worried circles at the base of a tree. Leo flew over to the worried little squirrel. "What's the matter, little friend?" he asked in a kind voice. The squirrel, whose name was Squeaky, wrung his tiny paws together. "I buried all my special acorns for the winter, and now I've forgotten where I put the secret stash," he cried. Superhero Leo had a brilliant idea. He decided to use his supervision. He focused very hard, and for a moment his eyes glowed with a gentle light. He could see right through the ground, like it was made of glass. "Aha!" he barked happily. "I see them. Your acorns are safe." He pointed with his paw towards a patch of pretty yellow daffodils. "They are buried right over there," he announced. Squeaky the squirrel scurried over and started digging with his little paws. In just a moment he uncovered his entire treasure of delicious acorns. He chattered with joy and relief. "You are the most amazing superhero ever," chattered Squeaky, holding up one of his biggest acorns as a thank you gift. Leo smiled and politely shook his head. "Seeing a friend happy is the only reward a superhero needs," he said, feeling very wise and heroic. Looking for his next adventure, Leo spotted a problem at the park pond. A tiny, fluffy duckling had gotten tangled up in some long, stringy reeds near the edge of the water. He couldn't get back to his mother, who was quacking worriedly from the middle of the pond. Superhero Leo did not hesitate for a second. He swooped down low over the water, being very careful not to make a big splash that might scare the duckling. He used his paws with great care, gently pulling and nudging the pesky plants until the little duckling was free. Free at last. The little duckling chirped a happy quack and paddled as fast as his little feet could go, right back to his mother. The mother duck dipped her head towards Leo in a graceful thank you. It seemed like all the frogs and dragonflies around the pond were cheering for him. As the sun began to set, the sky turned into a beautiful painting of orange, pink, and purple. The magical cape on Leo's back started to feel a little less tingly. Leo knew his amazing day as a superhero was coming to an end. He felt tired, but his heart was full. He flew back towards his own house and saw a familiar face waiting for him. It was Lily, and she was looking for him out the window. She had been watching his adventures all day with her favorite pair of binoculars, and she was smiling the biggest, proudest smile he had ever seen. Leo floated gently back through the open window and landed as softly as a feather on the bedroom rug. As his paws touched the ground, the cape lost its magic and became just a piece of shiny red cloth again. Lily ran over and gave him the biggest, warmest hug. "You were the best superhero ever, Leo," she whispered, scratching him in his favorite spot behind the ears. "You rescued Mittens from the tree, you found all of Squeaky's acorns, and you saved the little duckling. You are so brave and so very kind." Leo felt sleepy, but incredibly happy. Being a superhero was very hard work, but helping others was the best feeling in the entire world. He snuggled up in his cozy dog bed, with his special red cape laid carefully beside him like a treasured trophy. That night, Leo dreamed of flying through starry skies and going on even more exciting adventures. He knew now that you don't really need a magical cape to be a hero. All you truly need is a kind heart, and the courage to help a friend who is in need. And so, even without his cape, Leo was always a hero in Lily's eyes, and to all the new friends he had made that day. He was a small, fluffy dog, full of courage and love, and he knew that was the greatest and most real superpower of all.